Welcome to Blissfully Aware, the show in which three opinionated people discuss what's going on in fandom and nerd news in general. I am Bliss, and as always, I'm joined by my two lovely co-hosts, Kelty and Kendra.
Hello!
Hey everyone!
So that Eternals trailer, huh?
Yeah, the Eternals trailer dropped like a couple hours ago as we're recording, and like it's not really a trailer, like that is the wrong thing to call it. Or I saw it called like the Phase 4 trailer on the like official Marvel YouTube page, like the Marvel Entertainment YouTube page. The title of the video is just called Marvel Studios Celebrates the Movies.
Which is fair, because half of the trailer is just, remember how you like Marvel? You like Marvel!
Yeah.
Let's go!
Our continuous releasing stream of new content got interrupted by COVID. I feel very bad for the Black Widow movie, and I'm happy that they're holding off on releasing it until they can put it in theaters, because I don't want what happened to, like, Wonder Woman 2 to happen to Black Widow, because the character of Natasha has been deserving of her own film for a long, long time. So I'm happy that they're not just shoving it out in a half-assed way, and that they're being patient. But yeah, so it's, like, a little over 3 minutes, this whole video, and roughly 2/3 of it are just clips of all of the Avengers films, all the Marvel films, set to this actually pretty, like, moving voiceover by Stan Lee of, like, why he sort of enjoys writing comics, these sort of ridiculous, over-the-top stories that have elements of, like, human emotional resonance in them. Because otherwise, you know, it would all just be hot nonsense. And I agree, like, some of the films, and comics for that matter, are more hot nonsense than others. Mm-hmm. But yes, it's very, like, and they even have, I don't know where they got this footage, but it looks like someone in a screening, like a movie theater, a dark movie theater, like the midnight premiere of Avengers Endgame, filming the screen surreptitiously. I can't imagine Marvel and or Disney, like, using that footage, or so maybe this is staged somewhat. It is of the scene where, like, everything seems to be lost, and Steve is alone, and he's getting ready to go march down the hill and carry on the battle by himself, all defeated. And then everyone teleports in from time portals, and they defeat Thanos and all that. The crowd goes wild, loses their mind. Yeah, people cheer and start making out with their lovers. And,
it seems really reserved to the reaction the theater we saw it in had.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Makes me think that, again, maybe it's a little staged.
Yeah, because
I can't imagine they're using like, fans' actual cell phone footage from that moment. Because again, first of all, I was in a theater for the midnight premiere, a packed theater, and experienced that reaction firsthand. And second, I have seen other footage of theaters absolutely lose their shit, because that moment, if you buy into Marvel films at all, that moment just turns you into, like, a child. You're just like,
well, like, somebody in our theater
just, like, punching people next to you in the face.
Somebody in our theater, like, jumped up, on his
like,
feet.
onto his feet.
That startled
And then
me.
he was like, oh god, I'll sit back down. Yeah, because it was, like, right in front of us, because we were both like, yeah, oh my god.
Well, yeah, because it's you know, it's the tension, because, again, not for 1 second was I expecting them to be like,
anyway,
Thanos wins, especially because they did that in the last movie.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way that I'm like, oh, they just beat the shit out of Captain America and then Thanos and his Dark Army win. It was just more of a, like, what are they gonna do? How are they gonna pull it off? Like, what's gonna happen? Like, that sort of anticipation.
And then everybody came back.
Everybody came back and helped Steve.
And then that's where the movie ends.
Yes, as far as we're concerned.
What a great ending.
They win. They are victorious. Everyone is reunited except for Gamora and Black Widow. And then nothing else happens, and that's when the movie ends.
Hooray!
Play the credits.
Best movie ever!
So yes, they include a bunch of, like, maybe actual audience reactions, basically trying to remind us how much we loved going to the movies, and once you come back and watch these, like, 10 films we have in the pipeline, because we'd really love them to turn a profit, too.
Please give us your money.
Yeah, because we're getting a little riskier with the stuff we produce now, like, you know, we've got women and non-white people and something called the Eternals coming that is just hot nonsense.
None of you know about. The ones who do know about are like, why are we making a movie about the Eternals?
So yes, then there's like some footage of Black Widow. Some of it might be new. I'm honestly not certain. There's nothing like super revealing that hasn't been in the trailers already.
No, but I do want to say that there was one shot that looked new to me. I mean, I'm not an expert. I don't watch these trailers every day.
I do sometimes.
Yeah, it depends on the trailer.
Well, like, when I thought Black Widow was coming out last year, I was like, yes! And, then it didn't, so I've been, like, just waiting patiently. And then there's some, Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings, which I'm very excited about.
Awkwafina!
Because it stars... Well, yes, there's Awkwafina. It also stars, Simu Liu, who is a, Chinese-Canadian actor who, if you are in Canada at all, you might know him as Jung on Kim's Convenience, which is this adorable little Canadian sitcom about a Korean immigrant family. So the parents are immigrants and then the kids are like...
Canadian raised.
Yeah, like first generation. The older brother is played by Simu Liu, and he's great. He's just so charming and funny and adorable.
And so cute.
Just absolutely precious, and I'm so happy that he gets to be in a Marvel movie. He's got such, presence and charisma, and...
He's so charming.
Just, got the smile that makes you weak in the knees kind of smile. I'm so happy for him.
But just show rec to those of you who have not seen Kim's Convenience. It's on both American and Canadian Netflix. Definitely check it out if you can, if it's available to you, because it's so cute and it's so sweet and it is one of Canada's treasures. It's just perfect. There's really no flaws in that show.
It's a good Canadian comedy. I am told by my friends who have immigrant parents that it's very resonant if you have immigrant parents. I don't have immigrant parents, and it's still resonating with me.
I have straight up American parents.
My dad is still a lot like the father in Kim's Convenience.
Yeah. Honestly, so am I.
And also, if you watch The Mandalorian, apparently the dad was in The Mandalorian. He had like a guest role in The Mandalorian,
He was in 2 episodes, and he definitely does have speaking lines. I was really excited for that.
Yay! Yeah, so, Paul Sun-Hyung Lee is the father in Kim's Convenience. The show is based on a play.
Yeah, based on a play written by the daughter of an immigrant. Right?
Yes. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that it is based on this girl's life, like the playwright's own experiences. It's not a one-to-one,
no.
I don't think any of the characters are named after real people, but it's just like, this is what it was like growing up in Toronto with my Korean parents. Anyway, that's why I'm happy about Shang-Chi, because Simu Liu is actually Chinese, despite playing a Korean in Kim's Convenience, and Shang-Chi is obviously a Chinese character. I'm happy for him. I hope this movie is really great. It's got a lot of really great actors in it. Tony Leung and...
And Awkwafina seems to be playing, like, the cutest character.
I love Awkwafina. She is such a good actress.
She's so cute.
Oh my god, she's gorgeous. Plus, I just love her music.
Oh yeah, and Ronnie Chang.
Yeah!
I think Ronnie Chang is hilarious.
Ronnie Chang is the best. Oh, he's so great.
There's some new footage of Shang-Chi, not a whole lot, like nothing that's revealing. I will say one thing, I noticed this in both trailers, when Simu Liu does his stunts, he makes like crazy faces.
It's so cute.
And I'm super glad that they kept them in, like, because he looks really panicked when he's fighting. Like, he's like, oh my god, what's happening? And
he looks like he's actually fighting.
Yeah, like that he is worried for his mortal safety.
Yeah.
Baby boy is baby.
And yeah, he is the best. It's the first time that I've actually been excited and, like, ready to see a Marvel thing in a really long time, and so I'm pumped, because I thought that part of me was dead now. So yay!
Alright, and then there's just footage from the Eternals. I don't think we've seen any footage of the Eternals yet. Nothing that I can deduce what's going on, even knowing these characters. Like, I have no idea what's going on in any of these shots. There is, like, 3 frames of Richard Madden in a tight black t-shirt.
Woo!
That's real nice for me. I love my boy.
I'm excited for him and Kit Harington to be on screen together.
I'm so excited.
Especially the way things ended.
I'm so excited to see Richard Madden again.
I'm happy that Richard Madden's gonna get that Disney money.
He's so pretty. God damn it, have you seen him? Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Well, and, oh my god, What's-His-Bucket's gonna be in the Eternals too, that I was really excited about, and then immediately forgot his name.
There's a few. There's Kamal Nanjiani.
Oh, I love him.
Oh yeah, him too.
There's...
I'm super excited for him too.
Brian Tyree Henry.
Ma Dong... How do you say his name? Dong Seok?
Dong Seok. Ma Dong Seok, I think.
Love him.
That's my white people approximation of how it should be pronounced.
I love him. I watch a bunch of his movies.
Yes, because he's in Train to Busan, right?
Yeah, he's the dad-to-be.
Yeah, that's where I know him from.
He's so cute.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Salma Hayek. I don't know how to say it. This guy has such a weird face. Barry Keoghan, I think.
It's a good face.
He's Irish.
Oh, the kid from Dunkirk.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he's in Killing of the Sacred Deer.
Yes.
He's in Dunkirk.
Which was weird.
He's got such a strange face. I don't know how to...
It's a very particular face.
I'm sorry. I don't know.
For me,
he's Irish, and he's just the weirdest looking guy I've ever seen. He kind of looks like a young Joel Edgerton.
Yeah, kind of.
Like, if Joel Edgerton is like the final Pokemon evolution, he's like the starter Pokemon, Barry Keoghan.
I really like when an actor looks different. Like, a lot of times it doesn't sound like I'm complimenting them when I'm like, you have a strange face. But, like, I am. I'm like, you have a strange face. Like, it's good for acting because I recognize you when I see you. I'm like, oh, it's that guy.
Gemma Chan is also in the Eternals. She's gorgeous.
Yes, she is in the 5 frames with Richard Madden and Kumail Nanjiani and Angelina Jolie. Yeah, so the images and words in the trailer don't reveal anything at all.
It's good, it's bad, it's happy, it's sad.
Yeah, it's just... It's a few shots of people you recognize and some, like, vague dialogue that doesn't mean anything. And then they say, there's Spider-Man coming up, there's Doctor Strange coming up, there's Thor coming up, there is the new Black Panther coming up, and the Marvels, I guess, where they will have Ms. Marvel and Captain Marvel, a new Ant-Man and the Wasp, a new Guardians of the Galaxy, and then, ominously, in the background, so, like, all these, like, title cards, like, come flying at the screen over and over. And then the last one, like, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, fades. And then a large blue 4 made of light, like, surfaces out of the black.
The Jaws theme starts
with
playing.
Just the Marvel Studios logo over it.
Please mean Phase
before
4.
Before cutting away. I hope that doesn't mean they're going to revive the Fantastic Four yet again.
Third time's the charm.
Let this poor franchise sleep, man.
No. Third time is not the charm, because Fantastic Four is just not good. I'm sorry, I read the comics.
Kelty hates the Fantastic Four.
I don't hate the Fantastic Four. I despise Reed Richards. And my hatred for Reed Richards just completely consumes me anytime I try and read anything about Johnny or Susan Storm or anything else. I try and focus. I like Johnny Storm. Then that's probably it, because Reed Richards he just sucks so fucking bad.
Well, so my money is them wanting to revive it if they plan on moving forward with Wanda's character, because Victor Von Doom does tend to play a role
That's true.
in the comics when it comes to, like, her love life.
That's fair.
Yeah, he comes from a fictional country called Latveria.
Oh, okay.
Which he is, like, king of, I think. Isn't he?
Yup.
And it's like a fake Balkan nation.
The first movie was garbage, the first Fantastic Four, but the casting of Victor Von Doom...
Little baby Chris Evans!
Well, and baby Chris Evans, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Little
Chris
tiny
Evans.
baby Chris Evans
Yep.
playing Johnny Storm was actually really good casting, but you know they can't do that again.
He's been set out to pasture. Like, say what you will about the original two movies.
Michael
Chiklis as the Thing is casting genius.
Yeah, it was a really good plan.
And the chemistry between him and Chris Evans is one of the only good things about the first two films.
Cute.
Like, they have a good, like, you know, banter and stuff back and forth.
I shipped it back in the day.
Actually, that reminds me of, I finally, because I never watched them when they originally came out, because, you know, I knew they were garbage, even though I was, like, 17. Finally watched them a couple years ago, just purely out of curiosity to see what I was missing. And there's this scene that I think, like, captures the, like, emotional dissonance in the film. So, it's, like, soon after the Fantastic Four have returned from space, and they have got their powers for the first time, and Ben Grimm, the Thing, is like a rock monster now, and he's upset, obviously.
His wife doesn't love him anymore.
No, I don't think his wife doesn't love him. Does that happen? Oh, fuck.
I don't remember, actually.
No, yeah, she leaves him. Yeah, she hands him the ring and, like, leaves.
Yes.
Oh my god!
Thought so, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, because he marries, like, a blind Kerry Washington.
Yes.
Afterward.
Oh my god, that's right.
Only a blind woman could love him.
Yeah, I forgot about that. It was so heartbreaking, and everybody was like, look at how heartwarming this is, and I was like, no.
Okay, so, anyway, he's sad. Ben Grimm is sad that he's a rock monster now. Mm-hmm. He's sitting on the edge of the Brooklyn Bridge, like, just staring down at the river, being sad about his state. Pigeon lands on his shoulder and poops on him. And it's like, haha, it's a poop joke.
Haha, poop joke.
Immediate cut to a man teetering out onto the edge of the Brooklyn Bridge, ready to kill himself because he can't go on anymore. Like a middle-aged man, a couple of feet down the bridge from Ben Grimm, ready to commit suicide.
Yep. Right after a poop joke.
And, like, that is immediately seconds after a poop joke.
Yep.
And, like, again, like, the suicide is still, like, it's not super serious because it's a superhero movie, but it is still a man ready to kill himself.
Yeah.
Like, and it is used as a moment for, like, Ben. It's kind of weird because he basically is like, you don't have the right to kill yourself, look at the problems I have.
Yeah.
Which is, like, played for laughs, and the guy is, like, terrified to see a rock monster, so he, like, runs away and doesn't jump. But I remember sitting there being like, poop joke, and then immediate hard cut to attempted suicide.
I actually remember you live tweeting these movies, and it was like, what the fuck?
That did not just happen!
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the kind of ride you're in for if you ever want to go and watch the original Fantastic Four. They're not great. So, and, what were we talking about? Liz, you might know, which new X-Men movie is it? Where Michael Fassbender goes to the concentration camp that is the first scene of the first X-Men movie. Was that Apocalypse, or was that Days of Future Past, or whatever?
Oh my god, yeah. Okay, so in First Class, they try and recreate the scene from the original X-Men movie, and then in Apocalypse, Magneto and Apocalypse go to Auschwitz and destroy it together, which was a choice.
It like came up for me as like a suggested video on YouTube, just a clip of that scene, and like the scene is done really well. You know, Michael Fassbender's a really good actor. The effects of like his magnetism power are very cool because they like ripple through the dirt like actual magnetic fields, like in the shape of proper magnetic fields and stuff. And it hit me that like, wow, the X-Men films peaked in the very first scene of their very first movie.
Yeah.
Every single X-Men film has simply been trying to recapture the power of the first scene in the franchise.
Yeah.
Where Eric Lenscher discovers his superhuman abilities trying to reach out for his parents in the middle of a concentration camp. And there's almost no dialogue in that scene.
Yep.
And it's phenomenal.
Even just describing that scene just now, I got chills.
Yes. And I was like, wow, every single film has just been trying to recapture that image, that moment where, like, the very human, emotional horror of, you know, war and man's inhumanity to man meets some kind of fantastic, unexplainable phenomenon where the powerless in the story very quickly and suddenly become the empowered.
Yes.
Like, that is the crux of X-Men.
Yes.
That is the emotional niche that it fits into, where powerless people suddenly become empowered, and what do they do with that power, basically? And you kind of have two camps, which is, like, the Eric camp and the Charles camp.
I'm in the Eric camp.
That's fine. I'm just saying, like, that scene conveyed all that in, like, what's gotta be, like, 4 minutes with almost no dialogue. And I'm just like, wow, every single film has been trying to do that since then.
Yep.
Failing more and more spectacularly each time.
Which is also why almost all the movies have that scene again.
Yes, they go back to that scene and they put in footage.
Which is really heartbreaking.
They flash back to it. They go back to that exact location.
I can't handle it that many times.
They made us watch it in Hebrew school.
Oh my god!
Yeah, like when it came out.
That's so
We were in Hebrew school and we were talking about we were talking World War II, and they were like, actually, I'd like to play you something. And they just played that scene.
No! Oh my god!
I went to a weird Hebrew school.
Oh my god.
Why? To memorialize all the Jewish mutants who died?
I think it was just because the scene was so emotional. So, like, it shook me to the core.
Yes.
It's very powerful. Yes, it's very powerful, and
That's also like I'm a fucking goy, and I still remember sitting in the theater with my dad, and, like, I stopped breathing. I was just like, oh my god. Like, this is a little hard for a fucking superhero movie.
Yeah, isn't this a fun time? Like, capes and mask movie, guys?
And I was like, what, like 12 or 13 when that movie came out?
Yeah.
And I was just
came
like,
out in, like,
whoa.
2000 or 2001, sometime around there.
Yeah.
And I'll give the X-Men movie credit, especially the first two, for maybe kickstarting the, like, quote-unquote serious superhero movie. Like, they have their moments of goofiness, of course, they kind of have to, like, given the subject matter.
Art.
Yeah, fucking, who knew that Hugh Jackman has such amazing comedic timing? Like, he's got a lot of great moments. But they definitely wrestle with some deeper topics, like, you know, free will and subjugation and discrimination and, like, supremacy over subjugated peoples, as opposed to, like, you know, the early Spider-Man movies and Fantastic Four that were very bright colors and pew-pew and all that.
I was actually disappointed we didn't see any news on Blade.
Oh my god!
That's a good point!
I totally forgot about Blade too!
Maybe that's not technically part of the MCU. Maybe they're doing like an X-Men thing where they like share custody of the rights.
Oh my god.
Apparently, back in February, the writer for Watchmen, Stacey Osei Kuffour, is going to write the screenplay for the new Blade film, and that's like the most recent news that Google's given to me.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Blade has, at this point, no director attached to it either, so it sounds like it's in very early stages.
That's fine, I can wait. I waited this long. Fucking, I love Blade. I was super into vampires before it was cool, whatever.
Oh my god. Are you excited, though, for Castlevania to come back?
I'm so excited for Castlevania to come back.
Oh my god! Yeah. Yep. For those who don't know, the animated Castlevania show on Netflix
Is perfect.
is actually pretty good. Kelty and I started watching it being like, hey, like, this'll kill a couple hours, and it is way better than it has any right to be. The writing is pretty good, the animation is pretty good, they definitely, like, reserve their budget for larger action sequences, which I understand. The voice acting is all pretty good. They're married lesbian evil vampires.
They're very cute.
Yep, I hope we're gonna see more of them in season 4.
One big, one little.
Yes, a big and a little.
Big vampire pretty.
And Yeah, it's just been consistently being very good, kind of quietly in its own little niche. The Castlevania show is weird because it is based on a Japanese video game series, which is in turn based on the European myth of Dracula. So there is a lot of like...
And it's American.
And yes, the animated show is American produced, like in an anime style, but its crew is American / British, maybe. Like the story has gone through like many different cultural lenses to get here.
But it's so good.
It's yeah, like surprisingly good, and I really enjoyed it.
Another show wreck.
Did y'all ever play the video game?
I played either one or two, like a long time ago.
Smash.
The original ones are like side scrollers, like in the vein of like the NES. Yeah, and it ends with like a traumatic devil's threesome with our main vampire character.
Gets it up the ass, too.
And then his partners attempt to assassinate him while he is distracted by the sex.
Spoilers.
Only to fail and get assassinated themselves.
Yes. But I want to reiterate that the bisexual threesome, our main man, does not top. He is a bottom through and through. This is important to me as a bottom.
Oh, okay. This was good bottom.
Bottom representation.
Okay.
I wanted to point that out.
Well, no, Alucard's character definitely is... Especially in the show, like, I don't know if, like, deconstruction is too strong a word, but definitely, like, is challenging some things about, like, traditional masculinity, because, you know, he's a long-haired anime pretty boy who apparently has sex with men, and as opposed to, like, Trevor's, like, I live in a pig pen, and I'm a gruff, manly warrior dude, and I can't take care of myself. I need 2 or 3 people to look out for me so I don't die. Which is, like, again, definitely portrayed as a problem. Like,
yes.
That's not... He's not adulated for being that way, for sure.
Certainly not by Sifa and Alucard.
No.
My goal is for in season 4, for Sifa and Trevor to come back and have a healing threesome with Alucard. That's
To undo the evil threesome!
That's all I want.
Everyone
Give it to me,
knows
Netflix.
You counteract an evil threesome with a good threesome.
Yeah.
Lots of praise.
And then we're all happy and we're boyfriends
Be a happy
and girlfriends.
little triad.
And it's beautiful. That's all I want.
If they end the show that way, because season 4 is going to be the last season, apparently, if they fucking end the show with a fucking polyamorous bisexual threesome, I will shit a brick. I will be astonished. Like, that will be... I can't name another like mainstream-ish property that's done that.
Netflix, are you listening? Are you listening, Netflix? I will give you all of my money. All of it.
All $400. Netflix.
I will live in a box. I will go broke. Please, Netflix. Listen to me. This is important.
If they end this series with a queer threesome polyamorous triad, I will be astounded and applaud them.
Yes. Just don't kill Alucard. I don't care how the games go.
Well, no, I mean, the games are just... Again, the plots of the games are very fluid, so they can do whatever they want.
Yes. And please do. And have it be what I want. And then...
You will make one person in Canada very happy.
I'll buy stock. I'll do that. But you have to do this first.
I'll suck your dick.
Exactly. I'll do whatever the fuck you want. I'll work for you for free. Who gives a fuck?
Well, you know who does do whatever they want? Disney.
Wow, that was spooky.
Yeah, I
You guys
know.
and your strange, stupid connection with each other.
So we got all the fun news out of the way.
We did. We got all the, like, coming soon to a theater near you, hopefully.
And a bunch of recommendations from your local queers.
Get your fucking vaccines, if you can. In our country, we have to wait a little while because America has hogged them all for people who don't want them.
Yeah.
And we're not at all bitter about it.
So... Y'all remember a little show called Amphibia?
Unfortunately.
Yes, I do.
Why unfortunately?
Because we know about it from this show.
Well, we know it for a stupid reason. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So, Amphibia is a Disney TV show. These girls from, the human world get transported to Frog World. And there's, like, a war. And one of them, like, betrays another one. And
Yeah, one of the girls is, like, slipping to the dark side or something.
Same.
Mm-hmm. She joins General Grimes.
Joins the evil frogs,
The evil frog, yeah.
So it went trending this week, Amphibia, and I'm sitting here thinking, okay, probably happy news.
I hope.
But no.
No.
Oh, what else? What did they do now, the fandom?
It actually wasn't the fandom. It was Disney this time.
Oh!
What a surprise.
Or Apple, depending on who you want to blame.
Okay, I'll blame both. I'll
blame
it myself.
So there was supposed to be this upcoming episode, True Colors.
Okay.
And it was meant to air on May 1st. Well, on April 30th, Disney tweets that there was going to be a delay due to a big air quotes schedule change.
Oh.
No further explanation.
That's highly suspicious.
Well, a lot of people started pointing fingers at then the other properties that Disney had going at the time. Big City Greens, I think, is one that people were pointing at, and the Halfway to Halloween marathon. And showrunner Matt Bradley denied it all. I'm sure he knew, but keeping it tight-lipped and professional. Well, like I said, April 30th announced it was going to be delayed. May 1st, the episode drops on iTunes.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Someone didn't get the memo.
Right.
There must have been a communication error.
Mm-mm.
Oh boy.
And so everybody keeps calling it a leak. Even people involved in the creation of the show.
Okay.
Keep calling it a leak. That's not what it was.
No.
Uh-huh.
It was somebody legit fucked up and Apple dropped the episode.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a leak. So, understandably, Matt and the rest of his staff were unhappy because if you're not aware how TV shows get to keep going and get renewed, is it's obviously all based on ratings. So, if, say, this episode drops now, and people all watch it from iTunes or download the rips, then people aren't as likely to watch it when it, big air quotes, premieres on Disney later, which is going to affect its ratings. And with Disney already making the move to delay the episode, that's already not a...
It's not a priority for them, clearly.
Yeah. And so people took to Twitter.
As they often do.
Namely Matt, who initially tweeted this. So, True Colors leaked. Way to go, Disney. First you delayed the episode for insane reasons, then you couldn't even get it together and not let the content slip out. This has been the worst week of my career. I'm not even gonna try and keep it professional.
Okay.
And then he deletes that tweet.
Yeah, good call. Yeah, that was not a good thing to tweet.
Yeah.
I
No.
totally understand his frustration, but don't poke the mouse, man, if you want the mouse to pay you.
Nope. So then he tweets, deleted the tweet. It's not worth jeopardizing the amazing work everyone has put into the upcoming episodes. I'm freaking pissed, man. This is a bad time. Which, fair, Matt. Fair.
Yeah, I'm glad you thought about it. You thought about it, unfortunately, after you tweeted it.
Not a great call.
And the internet is forever. And so then other showrunners from different properties, voice actors like Troy Baker himself.
General Grimes, that's right!
Yeah,
We
he's
talked
supposed
about
to play
this.
General Grimes.
Yeah.
Because he's in goddamn everything.
Troy Baker recorded a message for Matt to tweet that in his General Grimes voice was saying, don't watch the episode or else I'm gonna put you in the pain room.
Is that a thing?
Sounds hot.
Yeah, I was gonna say the pain room is something else in this household.
Hit me up, Troy Baker.
So yeah, everybody decidedly was unhappy. And so then the hashtag Amphibia Deserved More came out, in which everybody, probably well-intentioned, meant to just flood Amphibia with like a lot of positive vibes and tweets and art to be like,
boy.
no, we're not gonna watch the leak. No, we're all one frog family.
But when does that ever go as planned?
No.
Positivity
No.
campaigns are never hijacked on the internet. Not on Twitter.com.
So, there are people who may not have been aware that the show was delayed, may have seen it drop on iTunes, or found other links to it, watched it unknowingly.
Oh, totally.
Or knowingly, because it was available to them.
Officially, through a legal channel. Like, it's not like it was pirated or stolen.
Yeah, they probably just would have assumed at that
Like,
point.
unless I am, like, deep into something, I don't follow creators on Twitter or, like, official accounts. So if I'm just, like, iTunes auto-downloads the new episode of Amphibia every week, or however often it comes out, I'm just like, yay, it's Amphibia night! And I sit down and watch it. Like, I would have had no fucking idea, because unless I am, like, deep into, like, the stan life of something, I don't care. Like I said, I don't usually follow creators on Twitter.
I was about to say, half the time we don't follow him, even if we are deep into the Stan life.
Like, I'm happy for your career, and I'm happy that you're networking, but I really only care about it in the context of this one thing I'm really enjoying right now. And, like, maybe I'll follow you around or whatever, but I have a very intense laser focus right now.
Yeah, like, I mean, I don't even follow my favorite celebrities on Twitter if they're not, like, you know, funny. Like, I don't.
Yeah, because it's usually, especially, like, now, like, you know, over 10 years since Twitter has been a thing, most celebrities are basically, like, an extension of their PR campaign on Twitter. Like, they don't actually operate it or anything. It's someone on their PR team operates it to have them, you know, trend enough or whatever the fucking metrics are.
Well, people watch it.
Of course!
Yeah, of course!
It was legally available!
Yeah.
And that certainly set some people at odds, because the internet is not a polite place.
No.
And people don't tag their spoilers.
No, they sure don't.
Oh my god. I don't know when this became a thing, because it used to be, if you didn't tag your spoilers, you were fucking crucified.
You were ostracized. Yeah, like, people took that shit very seriously. I mean, I don't know if I'd take it seriously for Amphibia, even when I was a teenager.
Well,
No, but I get where you're coming from, and, like, so I have a question, though. Like, why was the episode delayed? Like, is there something unfinished about it? Or is there something that they are going to change later? I guess we don't know until it comes out later.
As of time of recording, they have not said why it was delayed, and I have not found anything that seems concrete.
Okay.
So, yo no say. Disney might just not like the show, and is trying to softly kill it.
Yeah.
But, like, that's... well, I'm looking at the Wikipedia page right now, and it does seem that this episode was going to be the, like, season 2 season finale. So if you're trying to softly kill a show, and, like, you have the final episode done, just release it. Like, it's only going to make you money. You've already invested the time and work and manpower into creating it. You might as well release it.
Yeah.
This just reminds me of a very obscure Canadian show that got murdered a little over 10 years ago called J-Pod. Have you ever heard of the book J-Pod, Bliss?
No.
Alright. It's by Douglas Coupland. He is a pretty well-known novelist / artist in Canada, especially in BC. He wrote a book called J-Pod, which is more or less about people working in the video game industry in Vancouver. In a very, like, dry humor sort of way. His book, J-Pod, got turned into a TV show on the CBC, and it was pretty good. Like, it had some first season jitters, like, it was finding itself. But then the CBC just straight up aired the episodes out of order. So a new episode was supposed to be airing, and instead they aired the previous week's episode again. And then the next week, they just jumped in time to the correct episode. So there is an episode of this show, because I have the DVD, because I'm an insane person, that has never actually aired. It is only available on the DVD, because the CBC just fucked up somehow. And aired the old episode again, and then just skipped the one they missed to keep their schedule neat, I suppose. And yeah, this was 2007 or 8 or something, so Twitter was in its very early infancy. We couldn't really just ask the CBC how they fucked up. So who knows what happened, but yes, a similar thing happened where they just fucking straight up just never aired an episode of a show that they made. They, like, spent the money on.
Well, like I said, people did watch the episode. The not leaked episode. They weren't tagging spoilers. Which, unfortunately, means you're gonna see spoilers. And for a episode that was currently trending, and everyone was talking about, and about 50% of the people were talking about how you shouldn't watch it until it officially airs on TV, that was upsetting.
Yeah, I'll bet.
So there was a little bit of a witch hunt. Everybody...
An eensy-teensy Twitter mob.
Yeah. Jumping down the throats of anybody who was posting spoilers without tags. Or just at all. Which I don't think is fair. If you tag spoilers...
Tag your fucking spoilers, man. It's not that hard. Like, I can't believe that the crowd who's like, why should I tag spoilers, is the same crowd who tags things like, trigger warning, grass. Like, come on, man. Like,
trigger warning, sad.
Yeah, like, and I'm saying this as somebody who also respects and appreciates trigger warnings. Tag spoilers. Think of it like a trigger.
It is weird to have respect for one and not the other.
Exactly. Think of it as a trigger, because for all you know, the spoilers that you're posting are for a show that might trigger somebody. Just tag it. You just think of it that way.
I don't know. It's very disappointing. And I feel bad for the people who did watch the episode and then got fucking slammed by the fandom for watching something that was legally available to them that they may or may not have known was verboten, big air quotes.
Oh, totally.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm in no way laying anything at Matt Braley's feet. But I do think it is... Well, especially because they were angry. But I think calling it a leak... It's a little misdirecting.
Because, like, there's a difference between finding something on, like, Pirate Bay or whatever, and just having an auto-download feature on your fucking...
On iTunes.
On iTunes.
Yeah.
And just being like, oh yay, my fucking show, hooray! Like, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me to, like, use the same terminology for those two things.
I completely get his, like, anger. Like,
oh, sure.
For Disney and or Apple, two of the biggest fucking, corporate entities, especially in entertainment in the world, to just fucking Oopsie release an episode is pretty unforgivable, especially when it was apparently their decision to delay it. Like, we're delaying it. Just kidding, we're gonna fuck it up. That's gotta be frustrating, and I empathize with the guy, but Twitter, when you're known to have an insane fandom, like Amphibia does, is probably not the place to vent that frustration at your employer.
Yeah.
No.
Bad call, bro.
Well, and it's interesting because every time something goes viral, and I mean, this is viral in the sense of, like, fandom space, I guess. Yeah. But every time it goes viral, everybody starts dragging up all the old dramas. So, of course, we have people talking about pedophilic zoophiles and the Sasha General Grimes ship again.
Sigh.
And how Matt supports this and
is a pedophilic zoophile apologist. This man who works for Disney. Oh my god.
That's been fun to watch.
Oof.
Yeah. Personally, I don't think it's a big deal. I'm sorry if you watched it without knowing. Please don't feel bad. Don't let other people make you feel bad. If you watched it with knowing, don't feel bad. Don't let other people make you feel bad. But support the show and watch it when it airs. That way you hopefully get more.
I mean, it will be incredibly interesting to see what has changed about the episode, if anything, or if it was just pushed due to scheduling issues and nothing about the episode is, like, wrong. It's just, we needed to get you out of the way for something better.
Yeah.
To put on my, like, conspiracy cap for half a second, the fact that Matt in his deleted tweet says it was delayed for insane reasons, And then he later, as well as other people involved in the property, say, you know, they only want to put out the best. It does make me wonder if they were having to change something.
Okay, like, yeah, Disney was, like, flag on the play for something. Yeah.
Oh, God.
That'll be very interesting to see if what gets changed, because now there is a record of something.
Yeah. So, did we talk about the thing?
I think we
so.
talked about the thing.
You guys got a happy thing?
I've been playing Pokemon Snap. The new Pokemon Snap.
Is it good?
Been playing it for, like, 4 solid days. Yes, I'm having a lot of fun.
I haven't seen the Whites Horizon days.
I've, like, not completed everything. Still working on getting all the Pokemans. But I'm having a lot of fun. Pokemon Snap was one of my favorite games as a kid. It was such, like, a unique concept. I totally loved it, and I am enjoying the second one a whole lot. And it's also introducing me to all the Pokemon I don't know.
Yeah.
Because there's quite a few now of Pokemon I don't know. And, yeah, I think there's, like, a good mix of, like, OG Pokemon, like, first, second, third generation that I'm more familiar with, and the later stuff that I'm like, ooh, what's that?
Yeah.
The new professor's real handsome.
Bring back Professor Oak. He's the real handsome one. But I've just been crocheting while she plays video games, because that's still my happy.
I've been playing Dramatical Murder.
Yes, you have! I would like to point out that both of the girls in my life have accidentally stumbled into Clear's path, and Clear is the character most like moi. So, really, what I'm realizing is all of my friends love me and want to bone me.
Good.
It's okay. I only have one type, and it's weird, and Clear was the weirdest character. So.
My type is garbage, and Kindred couldn't guess which character I loved best, but all my other favorite garbage friends did immediately.
I'm a garbage friend?
You're just a garbage connoisseur, honey.
Aw.
Okay, this is running away from us.
Beautiful
Okay,
garbage.
that's, yeah. If you'd like to find us online, you can find us on Twitter and Instagram at Blissfully Show. I post links to our YouTube videos there. If you're watching us on YouTube, hi friends, tell us what garbage TV you like.
Yeah, I bet we have the same taste in garbage.
And I just want to remind y'all that if you have any fandom or nerd drama you'd like to hear covered on the podcast, comment, tweet me. You can send me a DM on Instagram, but I don't check that one as often. And until next time, bye!
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I will call them cowards. I will at them on Twitter and
Me
call them
too.
cowards.